So I'm going to work out a problem similar to one that you had on tonight's homework on the CUDA-Works mid-chapter 2 review, finding the exponential equation that goes through 2 points. So these are different numbers. So there's a couple different ways to do this. If you look it up, it'll probably be different. But I think this is the way most teachers at BHS teach it. Oops, let that focus. So I like to organize mine in a table. So -2, 3.56. We would have -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3, 27. So first of all, remember an exponential is the form y equals ab to the x. These ones in here don't have an h or a k. So if we knew b is our multiplier. So a is our starting point. B is our multiplier. If we knew b, the multiplier, we would multiply by b. We would multiply by b. And that's how we would fill in our table. So the way this helps us is basically we would do 3.56 times b to the 5th, because I'd multiply 5 b's together, and that's when I end up at 27. And I'm going to solve that for b. So you divide both sides by 3.56. So 27 divided by 3.56, 7.58 or 7.6, we can round it. No, I won't round it actually. So b to the 5th is equal, I'll keep it a little bit longer, 5843. The reason I chose to keep it longer is because we still need to get b. So since this is b to the 5th, you have to take the 5th root on both sides. To do that on these calculators, you hit math, and you go down to this one, that's the x, and then the square root. You type the little 5, and then the number you want, 7.5843. So 1.4996. So I am going to round that one to 1.5. Because if I round up, these will, even if I try to go to 2 decimal places, it would be 5.00 to 3 decimal places. So once you know b, you have 2 options. You can just work from your table. Sorry, it's focusing a lot. To try to find your a value. Or you can plug it into your equation to find your a value. Personally, I just like to work in my table. So 3.56 times 1.5, I'd get 5.34. And then if I times by 1.5 again, I get 8.01. If you don't want to use your table, the other way to use your equation is you pick one of your points and plug it in. So like 27 equals a, we don't know, b is 1.5, x is 3. This is the point xy. So if I solve this, 1.5 to the power of 3, so 3.375, and then I would divide both sides by the 3.375. So 27 divided by 3.375, and I'd get that a is equal to 8. Which, because of rounding, it just happens to be a little bit different there, but 8.01 and 8. So our equation here is 8 times 1.5 to the power of x. And then somebody wanted help on problem 2-60. So 2-60 is simplifying square roots and matching. So I'm just going to do a few parts of it. So the square root of 4x squared y to the 4th. So the square root of 4 is 2. So that comes out. The square root of x squared is x, because x times, it's what times itself gives you that. So the square root of x squared is x, and then y to the 4th, the square root of that is just y squared. B is a little bit trickier though, so it's the square root of 8x squared y. We don't know the square root of 8. It's a decimal, but it's so not a whole number. The way you want to do one like this is you want to break it up. So this could be rewritten as 2 times 4x squared y. We know the square root of 4 is 2, so that's going to come out. The square root of x squared is x, so that's going to come out. We don't know the square root of this 2. Y, we also don't know the square root of. So this answer ends up becoming 2x, that comes out from the 4x squared, and then times the square root of 2y. Because we don't know the square root of 2 and we don't know the square root of y. So anytime it's something you know the square root of, it comes out, and if you don't know the square root, it stays inside of your radical. And like here, the 8 had to be broken down because it can be 4 times 2, and we know the square root of part of that.